Hello my dear students, through this video you are going to learn about flowcharts. So what is flowchart? What is flowchart? Flowchart is a pictorial representation of an algorithm or graphical representation of an algorithm or diagrammatic representation of an algorithm is called as a flowchart. What is an algorithm? An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. Flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm is called as a flowchart. Flowchart are usually drawn using standard symbols. Flowchart comprises a set of standard shaped boxes that are interconnected by flow lines. Flowcharts are usually drawn using standard symbols. These are interconnected by flow lines. These lines have arrows to indicate the direction of the flow control between the boxes. So, flowchart comprises of set of standard shaped boxes. Those are interconnected by flow lines. These lines have arrows to indicate direction. So, here start and stop statements can be represented by using the following symbol known as vowel. In flowchart, start and stop. In algorithm, start symbol, start, we are going to write start for the starting of the algorithm, stop for the ending of the algorithm. So, in flowchart also, we need to represent flowchart. First beginning of the symbol is the start, end symbol is the stop. So, here it is going to be used to represent vowel. The symbol is like this, vowel. Very important question in from the examination point of view. This vowel is used to represent either start or stop. This vowel is going to be used start or stop. Example, start. That is start. Okay? Stop. Either start or stop is going to be used to vowel. Next, input or output statements. These statements represented through parallelogram. These statements are represented through parallelogram. So, just the square box can be slightly rotate. Parallelogram. Input or maybe output, whatever, print or maybe read, write, whatever it may be. Parallelogram. So start, stop, vowel. Input output statement, parallelogram. Flow lines, arrows. Flow lines can be indicated through the arrows. So symbol to symbol can be connected through the arrows. These are used to connect every two symbols in the flowchart. Arrow mark, either maybe down arrow, up arrow, or side arrow, forward arrow, backward arrow, anything. Any arrow are used to connect every two symbols in the flowchart. So like this, any kind of arrow. This arrow, this arrow, this arrow, this arrow. This is known as the flow lines. Example. So here start. Here it is start. Next one is here it is start. It is stop. It is input. Reading values input. This is output. So example of flowchart. So start, stop, reading values. Next one is the writing values. All these are the different kinds of input specifications. Process statements. So here the rectangle can be used to represent the processing statements like calculation statements, whereas parallelogram can be used for the input output statements. It is not a process. It is meant for the input output statements, parallelogram. So here process statements can be used to represent by using rectangle. So rectangle, the square box represents. Example, Z, x plus y is assigned to Z. It is a computation. So connector statements. Connector. If you want to connect the flowchart symbol, if the flowchart is exceeding from one page to other page, then how you can manage the flowchart? Simply you can make circle. To connect two parts of a flowchart. Or maybe two parts of the program flow by using simple circle. So simple circle, let us A, then automatically A. But here it ends. Again in next page it starts here. That means it is the continuation of this one. So connector statement. And decision making. So if any condition comes, then it can be represented to the diamond or rhombus. All of you, please remember all the notations. Vowel, parallelogram, rectangle, arrow, yes or no? Like diamond, rhombus. Symbol is diamond. If any condition, true or false condition, so then you can make use of this one. So these lines are flow lines. Condition. One is true condition, next one is the false condition. So the additional symbols which are used in designing complex flowcharts are, this is for representing database like this. In general, in C programs we may not use these notations, but in complex flowcharts we may use. So try to remember all these symbols also. In examination these also will ask. So but flow, according to our C programming language, the symbols which are already discussed are more than enough. Next, subroutine, it is going to be represented in this. Multi documents can be represented in this way. Ideal or waiting state can be represented in this way, in this type specification. Extracts individual sets of data items, maybe in the form of this. For merging any kind of values, many kind of specification you can use of this. These are the additional symbols used for the designing complex flowchart. That is, I will provide the document for this. Just remember all of these. So basic flowchart symbols already we discussed. Start, end, it is a vowel. So here task in the form of rectangle, parallelogram. So merge, decision making, document, connector, all these discussed. Draw flowchart finding reverse of a given value. Already we discussed the reverse of a given value. Let's start. Input n, you are assigning value reverse. Condition is n greater than 0, then only you are going for this. If it is true, you are going to be check n mod 10, reverse equal to reverse star 10 plus k, and logic, the same logic. First write algorithm, then go for the flowchart, then automatically it is very easy. If it is false, if condition becomes false, then print the number, reverse the number, then stop. That is the simple flowchart of this. The advantages of flowchart: the communication, effective analysis, proper documentation, efficient coding, proper debugging, efficient program maintenance. So communication. So by using flow lines we can easily communicate. By observing pictorial representation we can easily communicate. So the line is indicating that it is representing the entire specification. The one picture is representing more than 1000 words. Effective analysis, by seeing that one we can make effective analysis, proper documentation. So in simple way it is representing all these specification. Efficient coding, so by observing this we can write code easily. Proper debugging, by observing this where the logic going to be mistake we can easily identify. Efficient program maintenance, so automatically comes to the efficient program maintenance. These are the different examples for flowchart. You can draw at your home. If you have any doubts, feel free to contact me. I will explain personally, or through video call I will explain. Through Zoom interaction class I will draw. Just observe. First develop the logic, write algorithm, then go for the flowchart. So here already all these algorithms already written in algorithm part. For that one, you need to develop the flowchart. If you have any doubts, please make a call or please give query through the mail. I will give answer, or personal I may call you. So thank you for